Hey, what's going on, guys? Richie Fix here, back with another video. I wish it was under better circumstances, but there is trouble in paradise with Storm Arena, and if you were thinking about buying some of the new con exclusives that have released for Ken and Ryu, well, it's time to talk about some things because, uh-oh, my God, this is a big issue. It needs to be addressed, and it needs to be fixed ASAP. Alright guys, yes, unfortunately the news is not the best today for Storm Arena as the cons have just wrapped up. I mean, we just had two major ones with WonderCon and New York Comic Con, and Storm Arena went big. They announced exclusives for both of those, where Purple Ken was at the WonderCon and then Yellow Ken was the New York Comic Con exclusive. And people are finally starting to get home, get these out of the box, and unfortunately, there is a big problem here. We are having paint literally come off seconds and minutes after posing these figures of the gi. As you can see here, this comes from a user on X named Spicy Psyduck. The purple literally came off, he said, within 30 seconds of posing Ken. And my God, there's just a lot to take in here. First of all, why are they painted? I mean, I would think, granted, I don't have my own action figure company or anything like that, but I would think that a majority of clothing and things like this are just sculpted in that color of plastic. No? I mean, this would seem pretty old school if they were doing this, but I don't think that that's the case. I mean, if I had to guess on what actually happened here, is that, you know, there was a mistake. Maybe the gis came out plain white, and as a quick fix, they had to hurry and just slap a coat of paint on them to match the color of the exclusives that they were planning on doing. But unfortunately, it just doesn't look like it was done with the best quality. Maybe there wasn't a sealant put on it. Regardless, you can see that on not one, but both con exclusives are having the same issue. Now, neither of these are mine. I did end up getting both. And let me tell you, they weren't cheap. To get the WonderCon exclusive, because that was an Asia exclusive only, was $90. And mine is still new in box, and I am scared to death now on what I'm supposed to do here. Am I supposed to sell them? And if I sell them, am I supposed to put in the description, hey, known quality issues with this figure, that the paint is coming off? So it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I didn't even want to sell them, but it's like looking at these, and I've talked to a few people that have these figures in hand, and it does seem like it's a running issue. Though there's one person I've talked to that hasn't had the issue yet, but I mean, it just seems like it's a matter of time, because everybody I've seen that's had them so far is, you know, the one that you're seeing here, the yellow one is Mars, and Mars was actually gracious enough to actually get me one of these at the New York Comic Con, so I have both, but now it's like, I don't want to be another victim. I don't know what Storm can do here. They don't really have a return policy. Now, Mars did make a video just barely on this same issue, and apparently Storm reached out to Spicy Psyduck, and apparently he's supposed to send it back in, and I don't know if they're sending him a new one or they're giving him a credit. I'll have to reach out to him separately and see what, you know, ended up being the result of that, but what about all the other people that bought him? Because I don't think that this would just be a one-off, like, oh, we had to paint a couple of the last ones or things like that. I would think the whole production of these exclusives kind of went through the same rigmarole. And, yeah, they weren't cheap either. They were $50 price tag at each con. And then, you know, if you wanted the purple one, you definitely had to pay a lot more than that, somewhere in the $70 to $90 region. So, I don't know, and granted, this is not a knock on Storm as a company. I mean, there's not an action figure company out there that doesn't have quality issues. I mean, to Hasbro, to McFarlane, to Mattel, I mean, they're gonna happen. But when it's something as critical as the exclusive color is actually peeling off the clothing, then that's one that, you know, has to be brought to light. And you know, me and Mars, we are the biggest Storm Arena advocates. I mean, and Jada too. I mean, Jada's had its own QC issues with its stuff too. So it's not like we can't point these things out. I mean, I'm gonna praise the companies and for when they do great things, but when stuff like this happens, unfortunately, I have to be the one also to say, hey, you know, we got to get this fixed. So, you know, if Storm, I did put my email and my Instagram down in the comments below if they want to reach out and address the issue, or, you know, anyone that's having this issue on who they should contact or anything like that. I mean, I put both my email and Instagram in the comments below. But yeah, other than that, I don't know really where you go from here if you're looking to buy one of these. Um, or if you already have one, what you're supposed to do. Because I have them both, but I just haven't opened them, and frankly, I don't. I mean, look at that collar, and that Mars told me that was literally just after a few poses. So I mean, that's that's bad, unfortunately. So. I don't, like I said, I do see Storm fixing this immediately. They're not going to let something this major, obviously compromise the line or anything like that. So, Grant, and I do, from what I've been told, this was a small batch. I've heard 500 per exclusive. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's a confirmed thing or anything, so take that with a grain of salt. But at least it wasn't a huge number, like a mass production issue where you have to recall the entire, figure or anything like that. But unfortunately, people that are now opening these up are starting to see some issues. So just wanted to bring that up. I didn't want to make this a huge thing or anything like that. But I, as much as the good I can say about the companies, I have to mention when things like this happen. It's just the nature of the business, unfortunately. So other than that, guys, I have a couple more videos coming out soon. A Ghostface video for those that are interested in the Halloween horror videos that I'm doing. And then I do have, let's see, what else do I have? BAKI. I have BAKI coming from Storm Arena. So that should get us back on the good, the good train. We can start focusing more on the positives because I've heard that's a great figure, and we'll see how it scales with Yujiro and things like that. And, onward and upward here. It's a small blip. It's a new scaling that they're doing, and, things like this are going to happen, but it's how you respond and how you fix them is what really matters. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, I will see you on the next one. Richie Figs. Later.